Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning. My name is Doreen Guma, and welcome to TimetoPlay.com's Empower Half Hour, where each week one of the amazing professional resources on TimetoPlay.com are here to provide easy-to-implement things that we can use to change our life a little bit. Just small changes make all the difference. So Time to Play started as my midlife crisis project, and we need to learn what we need to know so that we can enjoy life. And today's special professional resource is that's joining us is Joe Farina, who is a motivational speaker, entrepreneurial trainer, network marketer, and he does isogenics, and he's quite very muscular and very healthy. So if you ever get an opportunity to see him. And he is writing a book called Eat the Bear, which is very exciting. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Doreen.
So the first thing that I really would like you to do, if you could, is please explain what is an entrepreneurial trainer, because it's not the normal verbiage that that we normally hear, or I've not heard it before. So what is an entrepreneurial trainer?
Okay, great question, Doreen. An entrepreneurial trainer is someone similar to a personal trainer in the fitness world, similar to a trainer in regards to sports. It's someone who teaches and trains and equips an individual to navigate the entrepreneurial waters of opportunity, specializing, someone who's looking to start a business, somebody who's looking to get out there and be a problem solver and generate income doing it. So what I do is I teach people the basic skills, give them the support that they need, and guide them through the process to be successful in the industry that they choose as an entrepreneur. Does that make sense?
It does. Now, you can do any industry, or is,
Absolutely.
like as far as, so why would that be? Like, why wouldn't you be specialized in an area, or why is this kind of like an overall ability?
Fair question, because business is business is business. The same principles that apply to one business really at the core apply to every business. Same principles that apply to relationships of any kind really apply at the core to any kind of relationship. So as an entrepreneurial trainer, once I have an understanding of what a person's trying to accomplish, then my job would be to supply them with the necessary resources, supply them with the necessary support. And if it is out of my scope of practice or something that is beyond me, that's where we bring in other people as well through my list of contacts.
No, absolutely. And I like the idea of what you're saying. I mean, realistically, people might fight this and say, well, that's not actually true. Business isn't business isn't business. But I kind of go with that. Running a business is, you have to look at all the different areas of running a business, and whether it's a personal business where you're like a network marketer, like everything is running a business. Running a household is the same as running a business. Running pretty much anything. That's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
I did want to mention that Michael Waterman did join us. Michael is the makeup and beauty editor on the Time to Play site, and although he hates it for descriptive purposes, he is our Ed McMahon, adding a little flavor to our podcast. And the real people, we're real people, so real people questions and real people things that we need to know. So good morning, Michael. I thought he was there. Okay, well, if he's there, he's there. So, all right, well, our topic today is value is the most valuable. So
Correct.
That is kind of a very vague. This is week 4. It is our work-life balance podcast, and I'd like to kind of sort of start out as what in the world does that mean for people so that they can understand how this fits into work-life balance.
Sure, absolutely. I'm more than happy to explain that. I just want to say hello to everybody. I am so excited to be on this call with you today, Doreen, and bring this topic, bring this value-based information to the public. What I mean when I say value is the most valuable, I have found in teaching and training individuals, entrepreneurs, going out and speaking, and my own personal experiences, that there's a few key things, and just remember this, and if you want to write them down, a few key things that I believe separate an individual from everyone else, and that truly is the value that we bring. And that is probably going to be, and I'll focus on that today. There's other keys, but I believe value. Jim Rohn, a great motivational speaker and modern-day prophet who passed away in 2009, I remember him speaking on that you get paid exactly what you're worth, exactly what your value is in the marketplace. And I believe that in today's world, and Doreen, you've seen this, the amount of information that we have available. People are trying to sell. Everybody's trying to make money. Everybody's trying to grab business. Everybody's trying to market their products. You see it everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing that separates, I truly believe, successful people from the unsuccessful is their ability to bring value to the world, to bring value to the marketplace. So when I say value is the most valuable, think about your life and think about your business, because your life, your personal life and your business life, if you're a person who's in integrity, which means you're 100% whole, you're who you are in your business life and who you are in your personal life, you're just your true self. Mm-hmm. You'll find that the value you bring is going to be correlated with the amount of success you're able to have. If people do not perceive you as very valuable, they won't want to be bothered with you. This very call today, Doreen, the whole point of this, and the reason why I love being on this call and why I personally align with Time to Play, Doreen, is because of your vision of bringing value to the world, right? And
re-empowering our people.
Right, and that's value. That's bringing value, something of worth, something of worth. It's going above and beyond just expectations. We're literally looking at how can we bring more value to the world. So you decided you were going to do Time to Play, and you decided you were going to put together a call like this. The process and the whole point is to what? Bring value to the world, to bring this information. You didn't have to do this. But boy, oh boy, the rewards of bringing this value are exponential. And I'm sure you've seen it in your own life, correct?
Oh, without a doubt. It like I briefly had mentioned, this began as my midlife crisis project.
Mm-hmm.
How do you enjoy life? What do you need to know so you can enjoy life? And I decided to start learning and paying it forward to bring other people so that they could also learn. But the thing that I want to just mention with this whole value, mm-hmm. I believe with the negative, this is my opinion, okay? So let's just clarify that.
Sure.
I believe that we are hit with negative in mm-hmm. every specific aspect that we could possibly be hit with it, regarding employment statistics, regarding mm-hmm. Layoffs, and regarding cutbacks, and regarding. Now, this really hurts our heart. It hurts our self-esteem. And I think that with the overall devaluing of our society, no wage increases, mm-hmm. Cheaper products. Let's look at, the big box stores where you can buy something so inexpensive that the Made in America people can't necessarily compete, mm-hmm. and decreasing of our self-confidence. So how do we brush ourselves off to start to create the value in order to, it's all kind of connected, yeah?
And that is why when I coach and I teach and train, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people and coached a lot of different individuals. And you asked me earlier why I don't specialize. Again, it's because if you look, value goes across the board no matter what industry you're in, whether it's in your personal life, your business world, no matter what product you have, what service you have, your ability to bring value. So one of the ways we can do that is look at what you have to offer, whether it's in your business or your personal life. And let's start with a relationship. Let's keep it simple. You look at a relationship, your spousal relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And you look at what you personally have to offer. And make a note of that. Your skill set, your talents, your energy, your life, right? What you have to offer. And then look at how you can use that to bring value to your spouse, specifically to them. And every move that you make is based on how can I bring more value to this person's life, to my spouse's life. I can tell you for myself personally, my marriage became, wow, it took on a whole nother level when I took the eyes off of myself and really looked at, well, with the talents and gifts that I have, how can I bring more value to my wife's life? What can I do? And I found little things, flowers, that brought value to her. It brought a little bit of joy. Maybe she had a rough day. Maybe taking her out to dinner. Maybe an I love you, maybe a little card. Maybe sitting down with her and reading a book with her. Spending quality time. Asking her questions that maybe I never asked before, and just sat down to be open to hear what she had to say, and that brought value. Do you see what I'm saying, Doreen? It's taking things a little bit further. It didn't cost me really anything. It just, it really just was changing my focus from myself to others.
Well, this is very interesting because I know people, and this is, again, my opinion and just things that I've recognized or people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my job, I never had or any of my jobs, I never had they owe me because I work for them philosophy. I always had I'm appreciative for them because they employ me. And I am a business owner now, so, I still am appreciative of my clients because, and this is pretty much for every business, like let's even say like a food restaurant or any healthcare organization or Sears Hardware, like you don't have to shop there. And nobody has to shop there. So we have to appreciate, nobody owes us. We have to be grateful for them and what they're providing. Looking inside ourselves to create the skill set, what we have to offer, and how you could bring more value to your job will flip any negative situation, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it's not, maybe not in every situation, but putting into perspective, if let's say you're having problems with your boss, how we can apply this. Maybe it's a relationship. A business is a relationship. It's, you're making a relationship with people who are going to use your service because, here we go, we're giving them value. So we're looking at our skill sets, what we have to offer, and how we can create a better relationship to make that person want to patronize our business or our consulting or, goodness, gosh, I guess that's really pretty cool. It's kind of a very big across the board.
Think about the concept of this, Doreen. When you and I met, we've been exchanging value. From the time that we met, we've been exchanging value through a conversation. If you look at how we've built our value-based friendship and a relationship, we've never once really asked anything of each other than how can I be of value to you? Remember I've said that a few times, Doreen. How can I be of value to you? And you've said the same thing back. Well, how can I be of value to you? And now that changes the relationship. Now we have a high-impact relationship. Instead of me saying, Doreen, I want you to be on my Isogenics team. Doreen, I want you to hire me as your entrepreneurial coach. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I understand that once we establish value, the possibilities are endless. And can I give you a quick analogy of this? And it's perceived value also.
And I think it's kind of being more descriptive that helps people to understand this concept because it really is very broad. And I kind of all of a sudden I got it because, when you said value is the most valuable and you're sitting there like, what exactly does that mean? But this is it makes
explosive.
Sense.
It's explosive
really
and revolutionary in a sense that it's not nothing new. It's just in our society today, we live in a disposable society. There's a lot of business training out there that I'm sure some of you have heard called Some Will, Some Won't, So What, Who's Next?
No, I never heard that.
Well, it's been trained on a lot. You'll see a lot of salespeople in the sales world. They'll say, go for the no, some will, some won't. You just got to go through X amount of no's to get to a yes. So we're always
I've
constantly
heard that.
pitching. Yeah, so
I've heard that.
Well, here's the reality. People will always take action when the perceived value far exceeds the asking price. And I'll give you the perfect example of this. I have a pencil. It's a regular pencil. It's a number 2 pencil with a nice sharp pencil point on it, and it's got an eraser head. It's $1,000, Doreen. Will you buy it?
Oh, that's a very expensive pencil.
It's $1,000. It's a regular pencil. It's a number 2, but it's a very nice pencil. It's never been used. I freshly sharpen it for you. $1,000.
At this point, no, I would not purchase that.
Okay. All right. Now, I have a Lamborghini at home. It's brand new.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it, and it's a real Lamborghini. I know what you're going to say, Doreen. Brand new, nothing wrong with it. It's nice tires, fresh new car smell. It's $1,000.
Oh, of course I would buy that.
Why?
Well, it's worth more to a person, right?
Is it worth? Okay. Is it worth more?
Than a
what
pencil?
if that? Yeah. What? Yeah. Absolutely. Now think about this.
So.
The only reason why it's worth that is the perceived value. What really makes the Lamborghini valuable? It's the perceived value. It's the understanding that Lamborghini is perceived to be worth more than the $1,000. Now, what if I said, you, Doreen, it's $1 million?
Well, then I wouldn't necessarily consider it because of
right,
the cost
because I
prohibition.
asked more than the perceived value that it's worth.
I see. Okay.
Now, flip-flop this around. I'll use another analogy. There is no food left on the face of the earth, and money is completely irrelevant. I've got a whole garage full of canned food for $1,000. You can buy that, or you can buy the Lamborghini. Which are you going to buy?
Oh, of course, the food.
Right, because of the perceived value and because of the necessity for that. So when we look at value, if you want to generate income, if you want to generate high-impact relationships, and we use money in business because money is an exchange of value. I give you money for said product or service. You give me said product or service in return. It's an exchange, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, as long as we're bringing more value than the asking price, we can ask any price that we want.
Right.
And so when we get out there and build relationships, as long as we're building a relationship based on value, not just motive or an agenda, but really with a servant's heart of really bringing value to someone else's life, they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to partner with you. They're going to want to purchase what you have. They're going to want to know more about you. They're going to want to support what you're doing. They're going to want to partake in what you have because of the value that it brings to their life. Does that make sense? If you're not bringing value to someone's life, it doesn't matter what you have.
You're absolutely
people
right.
People won't want it.
Yeah.
Think about this. It separates everyone else in business. You have two different people in business. They're doing the exact same thing. They're selling the exact same products. One is just committed to pushing sales and getting whatever they can going out there, and the other one is planting seeds. They're planting seeds of value. Every move that they make is based on value. Doreen, I got on this call today because I want to bring value to your listeners, to you, and to the world. When I get on calls later on today, I know that I have to do a very good job because if I'm less than the best, I'm not giving the full potential of my value.
Right.
Right? You know,
right.
you every move you make is about bringing value, and it revolutionizes the way you do things. It takes the eyes off of you. Have you ever heard there was an old parable, you reap what you sow?
Yes.
Okay, well, you reap what you sow is a biblical principle. Here's the thing. You sow seeds of value today. You go the extra mile today. You keep people in mind today, and you literally take note to refer business to them. Send them a little email. Send them a card in the mail and say, hey, I really appreciated our talk the other day. Thank you so much. You'd be surprised how much value that brings to them. And you plant strong seeds of value, They might not bring you a harvest today, but just like any seed planted, 6, 7, 8 months from now, you're going to reap the harvest. So you reap what you sow. You sow seeds of good, seeds of value, seeds of worth in other people's lives. It will exponentially come back to you in a bountiful way, and that's exciting. That's exciting.
I love what you're saying. I want to kind of go back a little bit to do some emphasis because I want people to really understand this. So you were talking about how many phone calls, and this is how I've learned even when I started my company. You have to make this many phone calls, this many cold calls, this many cold calls, and no, and then maybe you'll get an appointment. Or even direct mailings. You know, the statistic is 0.05% of 1,000 mailings that you might get one person to, you know. But if we take a step back and if we put a skill set together, a list of what we have to offer, and figure out how we can provide additional value to that cold call or sale proposal, because we're not just selling widgets, correct? We're selling a solution. And what is this value is truly a solution. And we're not necessarily putting it into perspective the way it really needs to be put into perspective.
Perspective is everything, because when I know today that the more calls that I make to share with people what we have to offer, I'm approaching it from the idea of value. That's the whole reason. Whether or not the person can take advantage of what we have to offer, I'm not personally attached to. That's not my job. My job is to be a light that shines, to be a person of value. Everybody has a different industry they're in. A mechanic who knows how to work on a car has an extreme amount of value to individuals who know nothing about working on a car, right? I don't know how to work on my car, so I am dependent on the value that a mechanic is going to bring and their expertise and their work ethic. And I will pay the necessary money for that value that they bring to my life because I need that car.
And I think
so I know whatever business we're in, wherever business we're in doing, this is crazy when you really think about it. We miss it. And when I tell you, I train and teach on a lot of, you'll never really find me try to tell somebody how to run their business in a sense of the mathematics. You do this, do that, do this. I really specialize because I really believe the battlefield is won in between the ears. It's your mindset. It's your intention. You know, am I going to build a $1 million business this year because I want $1 million and I want it, or is that $1 million really, in my mind, just a reflection of the value that I brought to the world, and the world brought me back $1 million in return? Does that make sense? I didn't have to demand it. I didn't have to fight for it. I didn't have to yell at you, Doreen, for not buying my stuff, or I didn't have to be all upset when I got off the phone because you rejected me. No, I knew that I did the best I could with what I had, brought you the value that I could to the best of my ability, and as long as here's the magic of it, if you perceive it to be valuable, you will take action.
Right.
You just will. And if the value far exceeds the asking price, you'll take action right that second. I can't push you away far enough. Right.
Here's something that we do need to consider, and I've worked in a healthcare industry for a really long time, and those people work very, 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 very hard. Oh, my gosh. And I know from experience that based on wages, and I'm using this as just an example, but I think that this is pretty much everywhere across the board, based on wages, we get disgruntled. You know, look at the strikes that you'll see and stuff like that because of, you know, we think that we are worth, but when we put into perspective the value that we're providing, maybe this would be a better opportunity, again, to be able to provide that skill set and to be able to provide things to that business, because I think a lot of people have that us versus them mentality, you know, instead of having a we're in this together mentality. And
well,
I think
Doreen, if
that
I could chime in, I got to have to tell you this. You just hit it right there. It used to be we were in a competitive business world. Now, listen, the climate's changed. The successful people are in cooperative business. Cooperative, that's a very key word, cooperative. It used to be competitive. That's gone. Today, it's cooperative climate. That's where the success lies, in the cooperation, the collaboration, the exchange of value. Oh, you just unlocked a huge one there. And that's the mindset, I believe, of a modern-day entrepreneur, the modern-day high-impact relationship. The successful marriages, the successful friendships are based around an exchange of value. No value, you're hard-pressed. You're hard-pressed to keep that relationship together if there's no value.
Well, I have to say that I like the concept, and truly Time to Play's philosophy is people helping people, and collaboration equals success, and you know that,
right.
And that's truly my opinion, and I believe 1,000% in what you've been seeing today. We have 3 minutes left. In 1 minute, Joe, I'm holding you to it. Tell us how we get started creating this list of value. So that we can get people to actually start to do that, look inside themselves, and to be able to command a better salary or a better fee when they are selling.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you the cliff notes of what I would normally do with somebody to pull that out of them. Here's the cliff note. Get out a piece of paper, and you're going to write down everything that your business provides. Everything. Get very clear on what it really provides. It might be a service. The specifics of the service, right? And then look at what you can do, you personally can do, to add more value to each and every one of those things. Maybe it's a YouTube channel to give content and information for whatever you're doing. If you're a roofing company, maybe a great idea would be to spend a little time educating your respective customer base on the importance of a quality roof, and give them information. Help them understand. Help educate. Boy, when we can educate and create understanding, we create magic, and that's part of bringing value. So get out a piece of paper, write down everything that your business provides, the actual literal things it provides, and then look at what you personally can provide, your heart, your love, your passion, your energy, and how you, without really spending any more money, because really that's what the key is not to spend more money, it's to bring more value. And that's not always spending more money. It's how can I smile more, send out an email to the customers and just thank them for being my customer, provide free content because I want to really give back. Give. Look at your business contacts that you have. Make it a point to refer customers to them. Say, hey, this person's really working hard and I really believe in them. Today I'm going to make it a point to go find and be open to receive a referral for them, and then give them a referral with no strings attached. Just value. Okay? There you go. 1 minute. Bam.
You bet. Oh, my gosh. So Joe is on TimetoPlay.com under Work-Life Balance. His article that is posted right now is The 5 Secrets to Attain and Sustain the Life of Your Dreams. You can get his contact information at the bottom of his article, but you can also go to joefarinaspeaks.com. But he is on Time to Play. He's one of my people. Oh, my gosh. And I wanted to remind everybody that each week one of the professionals from Time to Play joins us to provide tips to empower us. And the goal of Time to Play is to encourage people to take their life back. The Time to Play philosophy is you have to be happy, healthy, have money, and a work-life balance. And we're here to provide resources for you so you can have a better life. It is time to enjoy your life. And, oh, my gosh, Joe, thank you so much for joining us today, and I truly hope that the people that listen to this will get super value from it. And that's
my prayer, Doreen. That's all I ask is that we bring value to the world. And I would say this, and I have a little gift for everybody that will be coming out. It's not finished yet, but I want to give it to them. Is that okay?
You bet.
All right. If you take down this number and you text this number, instead of putting in a phone number, you text 22828 in the number section. And in the message section on your phone, in the text message, you put my last name, Farina, Farina, in there. Follow the prompts, It will connect you with me and bring you into my value-based network, and I'll be able to then send content, bring value, we can stay connected, and you'll be a part of my value-based team. And anything I can do to help and be of service, I am there, just like Doreen. And Doreen, I want to thank you for your value that you have brought to my life. And I want to thank you, listeners, for bringing your time onto this call and your energy, because I feel it. Do you feel it, Doreen?
I do. I absolutely
I feel it.
do.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe, and I hope you have a great day. And anybody that needs information, go to TimetoPlay.com, and we're bringing you the resources for a better life. It's time to enjoy your life. Have a great day.